right, what is going on? Welcome to the first ever Hattie's Sports Ball Bash podcast. I'm Chris, one of your hosts. We got Ryan Brewer and we got Jason McCann. What's going on, guys?
That was fine until my phone fell over.
Jason fell over sideways.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I'm doing good.
Gotta love it. Well, I've gotten absolutely no questions about this, so I'm going to answer it anyway. What we are is a fantasy league. We've played fantasy baseball for, people have kind of added throughout the years, but Jason, you guys have been playing for like 15 years?
2008, I believe.
2008. Wow, so coming up on 20 years.
In high school.
That's
junior in high school.
That's fantastic. I was that was my senior year of college, I believe.
Were
but
y'all
anyway,
mailing it in 2008?
Right, yeah, we chiseled into limestone. It was softer than.
Perfect.
Jeez.
So we are a fantasy league. We play fantasy baseball. We play fantasy football. But we're just sports fans, and more importantly than that, we're friends. And we figured it'd be fun to share some of the ridiculousness that goes on in our group chat, which is a text thread that goes on year-round at a minimum of 500 texts a day. It's you miss an hour and you miss 19 different conversations. It's crazy. There's 10 of us in it.
Yeah, I didn't know about this podcast until
like an hour ago, right?
Conversation, yeah.
We've been talking about it for a long time. We're
great.
finally making it happen. I'm really excited about it because what's more fun than talking sports with your friends? So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll save the explanation of the name for when the namesake is able to make it to an episode, Harry. But we've got 10 of us. We've got Jason, Ryan, myself. We've got and Ryan teams up with a guy named Jeremy. We've got Russ Moore. We've got who else do we have? Harry Walls.
Mark DJ, and Tim Scott, John Davidson.
Yep.
Justin Chappell. Who else? There's a lot of us.
Yeah.
There's too many of us.
You guys might see Justin
Mike.
once.
Mike. You can't forget Mike.
And Mike.
Active voice.
Mikey D.
And the fun thing is, outside of a couple of us, we're all pretty much fans of different teams. So we give each other a ton of junk throughout the year, whether it be football season or baseball season or whatever. So yeah, I think we're gonna have some fun. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. And this is a great week to start it because a lot has happened over the last week. We just came off of the trade deadline. So there was a lot that happened on the trade deadline. That's kind of where we're gonna start. What moves stood out to you guys? Biggest winner? I got to go with the Mets.
I think the Padres are a much better team this week than they were last week. They went balls to the wall. They really lost some prospects, but I tell you what, I'd like to be in their position right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it going to work?
It never works.
It never works.
It never works.
Nothing with the Padres ever works.
Yeah, like I said, I don't feel like my team ever does enough. So seeing a team that actually seems to care, yeah, I'm gonna side with them.
I'm genuinely shocked every year that the Padres are not better than they are. They're so talented, up and down the roster.
It's finally happened with the Blue Jays too. I've looked at the Blue Jays for the last 6 years, and I'm like, how are they not the top team in the American League East? And finally, they are. So
I tell you what, man,
this is the Padres' year.
Because the Yanks. That's why, Jason.
The Yankees are terrible. I don't want to talk. Can we not talk? Can we avoid the topic of the New York Yankees for the
Since you are the resident Yankee fan, no, we're going to have to talk about the Yankees. Yeah, I'm genuinely I legit think the Blue Jays and Mets are going to be the two teams left standing in the World Series.
I could see that.
The Mets are dominating the East right now. I think the Phillies are dangerous, but shoring up their bullpen the way they did, how important a bullpen is come playoff time.
Don't sleep on the Marlins. They've had the best record in baseball for the last month and a half.
This is the one time in a 20-year span that you can say that.
Yeah. Hey, they're the only team in Major League Baseball to have an all-time winning record against the New York Yankees, as the resident Yankee fan.
That is true.
What a fact.
I saw that stat the other day.
Yeah, that just happened this week. I'm so happy about it.
Oh man, Ryan, as the Cub fan present, what do you think about the Cubs trade deadline?
I mean, I texted it in the thread. No matter what, I was going to be disappointed. Whether they would have sold the farm or not, I was going to complain.
Yeah.
So you need starting pitching, and I'm pretty sure Mike Soroka went tonight, and his career with the Cubs is over.
Yeah, he's
'cause
injured.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
He
That
got
was-
hurt. I am not keeping up right
He got
now.
hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. And so
Wow.
I like bought in when Theo took over a handful of years ago and said, "In Theo we trust." But at this point, I don't know if I would ever sign off and sing "In Jed we trust." So you just kind of ride the wave.
I mean that is a
But-
big difference, Theo to Jed.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. But I mean, Kittredge, great, had a great opening outing. I don't know if he pitched again this weekend. I'll be sad to say I didn't watch but one game, and I didn't even make it to the end
I think
of
that
game.
he like an 8-pitch inning or something like that. He was
Yeah, no, yeah,
electric.
I think he had
So
a great inning, which is good. I mean, Palencia and Kittredge. I mean, it'll look nice, but they need started pitching.
Yeah.
So
As did pretty much everybody.
yeah.
yeah,
And
nobody sold anything.
Yeah, I think the Marlins looked up and said that they saw that they still had a chance, and so they look at their pitching staff, which everybody thought they were going to be dealing, and they didn't. I think Pittsburgh looked at the opportunity, what they're going to have the next 2 years if they keep guys like Keller, and decided not to sell. So I think that's what we run in. We've run into the fact that we have extra playoff spots and not enough players to go around. If there's however many, there's only eight or 10 teams that are truly out of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, Bednar was a big pickup for the Yankees.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty big piece in the bullpen, but he's had his issues this year too, and he's been inconsistent for most of his career. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. You look at Doval, who's not been able to hold down the job in San Francisco all these years. He's got a great arm. He's got electric stuff, but whether he's actually able to put it together, and I don't know much about Bird from Colorado. So
Yeah. But the good thing for the Yankees is they now have 3 legitimate options in the back of the bullpen. So if one guy isn't getting it done, they can just kind of rotate guys in and
I'd
out.
say 4 because they have Luke Weaver too. So
Yeah.
they have 4 guys who can do it. They've got 6 people who can go in that bullpen right now and be effective. At least theoretically. The starting staff was never their issue. They could use another starter, but when you start considering that Gill was coming back, or Heel, whatever, was coming back, then I think they have a good 4 for a playoff run. So
I am. Can I say I'm not surprised that Luke Weaver has become a good bullpen arm. He was never, when he was with the Cardinals, he was never a super effective starter, but he has good enough stuff to be a bullpen arm. And
he's nasty. Yeah. When he's right. I don't think he's healthy right now, but when he's right, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Let me say, I think the Mariners. I think that's where it's at.
Suarez was a big pickup.
I mean, they took Naylor and Suarez,
Mm-hmm.
and they still have like the top system in the league. So
Naylor
their pitching staff,
underrated
right?
pickup.
I need to see their starters do a little more before I can buy in completely on Seattle. But because Kirby's been all over the place this year, and he's been hurt. And then
Once he gets healthy, he'll be back to himself. I hope it's not another Sandy Alcantara situation where he comes off an injury and just can't find his stuff. I love George Kirby. I have tried to trade for him so many times in fantasy and just can't.
Well, it's because Tim has him, and I don't know that he realizes that he has him. So, so that's part of the problem.
I did offer Timmy Boy a trade today, although he's not going to log on until next week after our deadline's over, so he won't see it. But as this podcast goes on, you guys will hear us talk about people that you'll never see because they get onto our group chat once a year, maybe twice a year. And it is a running joke.
All you had to do is talk about furries, and somehow Tim showed up. So that was really
There's something on the edge of polite
something on the edge
conversation.
of I love mascots a lot. So when Tim showed up, and he was there for about 15 text messages, which is triple the quota of the
Oh
last
my
4 years.
goodness.
So,
The great
yeah.
thing about Tim is that even if you stay in his apartment in New York, you'll see you don't see him any more than if you aren't in the state with Tim at any given time. He, he we Russ and I stayed up there a few years ago and never saw the guy. Like it's like, oh, we're gonna meet for lunch. I'll be there. No, he's not gonna be there. So if I guess maybe I have to promise mascots. That'll be my next.
Yeah.
Hey, you live and you learn. You live and you
Yeah.
learn. As we come closer to postseason time, everyone loves postseason baseball. Ryan, would you say Seattle's positioned well?
In the AL West, oh yeah, wide open, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean they're 3 games behind Houston right now. It'll be
Yeah.
between Houston and Seattle. Texas is still lingering around, but I'm not sure Texas has enough
Right.
consistent offense to overtake those 2 teams.
Right. And I'm honestly surprised that Houston is winning that division. But
Their hitters finally started hitting.
yeah,
It's their pitching. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers right now, and outside of Texas, Houston has allowed the 3rd least amount of runs. Texas, and then Kansas City, and then Houston in the AL.
yeah. Which honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the World Series, the team in the AL that makes the World Series comes out of the Central or the West.
Yeah.
No offense to the like high powered like Yanks, Red Sox,
Detroit's
Blue Jays.
good.
Yeah, I mean KC, Detroit. Honestly, I'd probably think Detroit would make another deep run again.
Riley Green is a beast and has been
Yeah.
probably the best draft pick I've had this year.
I don't argue with that.
I mean, he's
since all of my draft picks were terrible, I really can't argue with any of those.
so good.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I agree. I love Kansas City. And I love seeing Detroit being successful. And I thought last year that Kansas City was really going to give the Yankees a hard time in the American League, and then they just cratered in the playoffs. Until I see a Central team that really rises to the occasion. Cleveland, that was the same way. I mean, I thought Cleveland was going to really. I thought they were going to win that series. And the Central disappointed. So until I see them do something, it's hard for me to say, yeah, they're the guys. But I'm kind of, I like what you're cooking there with Seattle. First of all, anybody but Houston. But yeah, and we'll see what Texas does this week. I wouldn't be surprised if they take at least 2 of 3 from the Yankees. And that put them in a pretty good spot heading into the last third of the season.
How bad will the pitching losses affect Cleveland?
Oh, they're done.
I mean, yeah,
They're
done.
They're 8.5 back of Detroit right now.
They're done.
And yeah, they're 3 back of the wild card.
I mean, I don't know. The overperforming that they get out of players is kind of incredible. So
they're also 28 runs in the negative in their differential.
Yeah, sure. But the Cubs are like one of the highest run differentials, and I'm really struggling to believe that they're going to be at all good down the stretch.
Yankees have a 98 plus run differential right now, and of the contenders in the American League, it's the highest, and they're terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's also because the Yankees got off to like the hottest start they've had in a long time. They've been amazing for the first part of the season and have just recently started to follow off.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the National League. Started talking about the Cubs. They're 2.5 behind Milwaukee for the best record in the National League right now. You got the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Mets, the Padres all right behind them.
Until Milwaukee starts losing, I mean they do this every year, right? Milwaukee comes out.
They can't lose right now.
Well, there's just not even that every year. How long has Milwaukee? Been a player
probably for the last 5 years.
Yeah, they're always a player, right? They're never out of it. The Cubs on paper are the best team in the division.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
as much as that pains me to say.
I keep thinking they're going to prevail in the Central. You know, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. You got to get more than. I feel like you got to get more than 5 out of your
Yeah.
starters. And it's just really a bunch of subpar, like 3 and 4 starter guys. Like you're not. I don't know. This is the only place in my life that I'm probably super pessimistic, and it's always the Cubs.
Well,
That's probably because I care too much.
historically, you've been given reason to be pessimistic.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, but
I get it.
as an Arkansas Razorback fan, trust me, I understand.
that's why I can only handle
just-
one team.
Yeah, I mean, life is full of suffering, and then you die. That's basically.
Like,
Wow,
we
super now. Let's
like-
get philosophical here.
Mike McDaniel said today, it's a great day. We're one day closer to death. Perfect. I can't believe that clip. The Phillies are
It's not
the Phillies are always dangerous too. Come playoff time,
Yeah.
I mean,
Schwarber is
Schwarber just hit
Schwarber,
40, right?
Bryce Harper's healthy right now. I mean, those guys, they don't. Everybody in that lineup hits.
Trey
So,
Turner's still hitting for average. He's still stealing bases. Like, maybe he's not driving in as many runs or hitting as many home runs this season, but he's still dangerous. And
Yeah.
Schwarber's hitting 1,000,000 home runs. Like, the guy just can't miss right now.
Wheeler's a monster.
one of the-
Sanchez is a monster. I mean, those guys. I mean, they're a lot. Suarez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanchez is finally coming on.
And
So-
the pickup of
you,
Duran
John.
in the bullpen
Mhm.
is going to be big for them.
Yeah.
That dude threw. I watched the clip earlier. I think I counted 6 or 7 pitches in a row that were 103 to 105.
Yeah.
Like,
I take
Tommy
the Phillies.
John coming.
I take the Phillies
Tommy
over
John
the Mets
is
right
running.
now, just because I hate the Mets. But
I hate the Mets too.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate both teams if I'm being honest, but
Yeah.
there's
Well,
something about Diaz being as solid as he's been. He really hasn't like had any bad blow-ups this season. Like he's blown a few saves, but he's been probably one of the most consistent closers in baseball, if not the most consistent.
Yeah. He's tough to hit.
And then you add Helsley, and who else did they add? I just had it pulled up.
Too many names in my head. I had to go back to work today, guys.
Well, Rogers from
Those don't work.
San Francisco.
I still teach every now and again. Well, and you also gotta love, they're delightful fans. They booed Santa Claus, so you gotta root for those guys.
No, I never.
Didn't they throw batteries at people? I mean, good
I-
Lord.
Listen, I think the Flyers have some great jerseys, but that's the only thing about Philly sports that I like. is
Hey, the green Eagles jerseys are pretty damn good too. So
the Kelly green.
the Kelly green.
Yeah, I can get
Philly's
behind those. I can get
Yeah, that's
behind
about
those.
it. And the old Phillies uniforms with the round the P that kind of circles around. That's a pretty slick. Yeah, but that's it. And all those are jerseys they've retired.
Right.
Yeah.
The maroon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's
You're right.
I mean,
make some picks. Who you got coming out of the American League East? We're just gonna run down the
Toronto's going to take
the divisions right here.
Yeah, Toronto's going to take the division.
They're only up 3 games.
Yeah, they're going
Think they're gonna hold it?
Yeah, the Red Sox are. Well, you know how I feel about them. I just don't think they're good enough. I think the Red Sox have too many holes. I think they're playing. out
As a
of their
Yankee
minds.
fan, tell me how you feel about them.
In all honesty, I think
Notes,
they're.
man.
Yeah, I don't think outside of Duran and they're thin on the back end of that. They don't really have a first baseman that's a first baseman right now. They're playing people out of position. Their pitching's pitching out of their mind right now. I don't think they keep that up. In fact, I think
Outside
the
of
Yankees probably
Crochet,
still catch
I
them.
don't trust
Yeah.
their pitching staff.
I think the Yankees probably catch the Red Sox, but not the Jays.
Yeah. I'll take the Jays too. I like that pick. Is that consensus across the board, Ryan?
yeah, probably.
He
As
wants
much
to
as I
pick-
want, as
he
much
wants
as I
pitch the
wanted to
Red
be
Sox.
contrarian.
Yeah, he
I
wants to
wanna
pick the
be-
Red Sox
I
just to
wanna be
piss me off.
contrarian.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll say it across the board.
I think we can probably all agree that the Tigers are going to take the Central.
Yeah, there's no question there.
They're too
The-
good a team.
Yeah.
Pitching's too great.
The West is interesting. Ryan, I like your pick. I think I'm going to take Seattle to overtake Houston.
Yeah, I think the Mariners get it. I think they did what they needed to do. It would have been a flawless trade deadline if they would have gotten one more high leverage arm to set up Munoz.
Yeah, I think they're the best team in the division. I wonder if Houston always seems to pull something out, but yeah, I like the Mariners. So far, we're too close on this, but yeah, I like the Mariners too.
Dang. Well, don't worry. It's gonna get a little dicey when you get to the NL.
Yeah, the NL's gonna be different.
And I'll take the Jays to come out of the AL for the World Series. I think they're playing really well. I think they when one guy goes cold, they have another guy heat up. Vlad hasn't had his typical season, but they've just had a really consistent offense across the board. Their pitching isn't phenomenal, but it's enough to get the job done. And with the way that they've been playing, I like them. I like their offense too much.
Whoever's got the best bullpen.
Yeah. So what are our wild card picks out of the AL? I'm gonna go.
Gosh.
Let's see. I think wild card right now is Boston and New York.
Well, there's 3.
And Seattle.
Yeah. So I figure that Houston or Seattle takes that last spot if we're wrong on the West. I don't think Boston holds on. I would take the Yankees, and I would think a team Texas could sneak up.
Texas is 2 back.
Yeah, I think Texas probably takes the last spot. That would be my picks. The New York, Seattle, and Texas. I think the West has the better ball clubs.
All right.
I see you thinking about Kansas City over there, Ryan. So
don't do it. They're 500 right now. They're 9 games back.
So is Cleveland. So is Texas. Like, they're practically all playing 500 ball.
Who gets hot?
Yeah.
Who gets hot down the stretch?
I think Texas is a better ball club than I think their pitching staff is incredible. I think when you have DeGrom going up there, I think you have Evaldi going, and even their back end guys like Rocker and Leiter, those guys can still pitch.
DeGrom is having his Cy Young level season, which means next year he's going to be hurt and he's going to miss the whole year. And then
here's my advice to y'all: don't draft him next year.
No. And whoever has him this year, don't keep him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not keeping him. I have him.
That means Harry will draft him.
Brian knows who I'm keeping as my pitcher this year, just to bother him.
No.
Throw Tony.
Oh yeah.
No. Yes. Yeah. That's a whole nother topic of conversation.
All right. NL East. Phillies are 1 game up on the Mets.
I'm taking the Phillies. I think they're better. Blue and orange is a great complementary color scheme, but it's not going to win the division.
They have scored quite a bit more runs.
Position by position.
I think the Mets are going to do it. As much as it pains me to say that.
I think the Phillies have better hitting. I think the Phillies have better arms. I think the Phillies have a better bullpen.
So they definitely have better hitting.
Those 3
and
things make them a better team.
Duran is a great pickup. I think the Mets bullpen is going to be lights out. I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, the Phillies team's been there in the last handful of years. The Mets haven't been there, so they know what it takes to get it done. I will say I would probably take Wheeler, Sanchez, that 1-2, Suarez. Yeah, you're probably right. I was going to try to talk myself into the Mets, but
fair enough.
think down the stretch,
and I have Suarez on my team, and he's been just a stud since he came off the IL. He's been fantastic. Central.
Freaking A.
I think the Brewers take it. Sorry, they're playing too well.
They just don't lose. They're on a 4-game win streak right now.
Yep. Cubs are 2.5 back.
They have a prodigy who now, had I been paying closer attention, I would have went and watched him play for the Sounds. But I'm going to go with the homer pick just so I can really complain later when they don't win.
I picked you.
And I can bang my head against the table.
But
they've got the easiest schedule. They have the easiest schedule down the stretch.
Cubs do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hands down. They started out the season with the hardest schedule, and then now down the stretch they have the easiest schedule.
I think because of their pitching, I'm going to stick with Milwaukee. But the Cubs are good, man.
They're really good.
It makes me want to throw up, but
they can hit. That team has.
You guys can mash
up and down the lineup. They can. It's absolutely. I mean, yeah. When Tucker's not your best hitter.
Pretty incredible.
Pretty good team, yeah. Tucker's not your best hitter right now, so.
But he still has a still has an OPS over like 425 or something like that. He's just taking a ton of walks, but he's not smashing the ball a ton.
Yeah, I think he's only got like 17 home runs right now or something, which is low for him. But
I mean, as long as he gets on base.
Yeah.
All right. And in the West, we got the Dodgers 3 games ahead of the Padres.
You know, I'm gonna take the Padres, and I'm gonna take the Padres because of the what they did at the deadline, and I just can't stomach another Dodgers division run. I think they're the better.
Mason Miller might be the best individual move of the trade deadline, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave up the best prospect in baseball for him, so yeah.
Officially the number 3 prospect, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that's all subjective.
I wouldn't have given him up. No, not for a closer.
Definitely not.
Not for a closer. But the Padres are crazy, and so that's why I like them. They're crazy.
That's also why nothing ever works for them.
No, it doesn't work at all. But
I mean, the team that they have given up over the last handful of years is unreal.
Almost like I was second only to the Marlins, right? So,
yeah. The Dodgers have scored more than 100 runs more than the Padres. The Dodgers have scored 576 runs. The Padres have scored 461.
Still taking the Pods, doing it.
Bold move.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably take the Dodgers because I'm sure they'll be healthy enough down the stretch. They've got 17 aces on their
they
staff.
Really do. Yeah,
that's true.
Just, 15 of them are hurt.
There's no logic to me making the pick that I'm making right now, other than the fact that I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's not chalk, which that's the best part about it. It's not the chalk one.
I also will take the Dodgers, and then I think whoever wins the East is going to win the NL and represent them in the World Series. Phillies, Mets. I just think they're the more complete team. Also, I just hate the Dodgers, and I refuse to pick them. If Ryan's
right and I'm right, then we have a Phillies Mariners World Series, and all the television stations are going to be clamoring for that one.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Oh man,
I will tell you this, and this might surprise you, especially Ryan. I would hope the Cubs would be there before the Dodgers. That's how sick of the Dodgers I am.
Yeah, I'd rather you got to root against them. I mean, just like the people used to root against the Yankees for the big payroll, the Dodgers. There is no.
I just can't do it.
You're a better man than me. I just would never, ever in a million years say I wish the Cardinals would be there before the Dodgers.
I don't wish the Cubs would be there. I think they'll lose before they get the chance. But if it's the Cubs and the Dodgers, I'm like, ugh, can you guys just...
Yeah, dude, I'd be rooting those Dodgers all the way.
I'm sure you would.
The hardest World Series I ever had to watch was the Red Sox and Rockies. I mean, you can't root for so. I mean,
just one of the worst,
and the Tigers.
Worst World Series ever.
Yeah.
But Ryan, that just shows the humility of the Cardinal fan over the Cub fan.
Yeah. Best fans in baseball.
That's why they're the best fans in baseball.
BFIB.
They're the
BFIB.
Yeah, the self-proclaimed ones. That's a lot of humility, man. I don't know if you can get over that one.
Hey, I didn't coin it. I'm just, agreeing with it.
Sure.
Okay, so that is the Major League trade deadline. Our fantasy trade deadline is Thursday. Did I?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Read that right? All right. Ryan, you're in first place.
Barely. Right, hanging on.
McCann, you are in sixth place, which is the last
weekend in the wild card right now.
Playoff spot.
Hey, you just gotta live to see another
get
in.
Can we make a trade during this podcast? Can we make that happen?
Absolutely not. It'll never happen.
Come on, what do you want for Tatis? Just give me him.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I didn't even anticipate this.
Just do it.
And I love that nobody's talking to Jeremy.
No, there's no reason. There's no reason to talk. What? Who?
So Ryan, what's the reason that you got brought in to team up with Jeremy?
Jeremy 5 years ago was in last place, and he sent me a text message. He said, "Hey, I know nothing about fantasy baseball, and Horton is trying to rob me right now because I'm in last place. Will you help me?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, I need a co-manager. I said, okay. And I did it. And then you know what? we went from last to I think we got second that year, and then we got second the next year, and then we got second the next year, and then we won back to back, and now
So that was the joke. That was the joke for a while, is you guys were the Buffalo Bills of the league. Yeah.
Yes.
But Buffalo's never won, and you guys have.
And now we're racing for the three-peat.
Yeah.
And I'm not so sure I've got it.
And I can't let it happen. I got to tell you.
I crashed and burned on the 3-peat too. You guys got me that year. That's when y'all started y'all's.
This is easily the best team that I've ever had. I won like 8 or 9 weeks in a row until you beat me last week, McCann.
Yeah, you don't beat me very often. I don't know why. I'm your kryptonite.
And you are.
Reason why, because my team sucks.
But I have noticed something. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I don't want to jinx it. I'll just say that this is the best team that I've had and the best chance that I've had to win. Because I always play Ryan's team pretty tough. I always play Russ's team pretty tough. And those are the two ahead of me. So I'm like, all right, I've got a shot.
Well, Mike's gonna drop and add all of his best players by the time this podcast is over. So,
which bodes well for me because I'm playing Mike this week.
Yeah, well, there you go.
He's slipping. He was slipping. He started out hot, and now he's slipped a little bit.
Well, Aaron Judge is out right now. That hurts his team quite a bit.
That hurts a lot. Yeah. But he's got PCA. Hey, we were in conversation. Mike texted me out of the blue and said, "Hey, now that Joe Ryan doesn't have a team around him, what do you want for him?" And I said, "That doesn't matter at all. This is fantasy baseball." Win.
It's like talking to Russ about he picked up Volpe this week, and he was complaining about one of his players. Like, go pick up Volpe. And I was like, I know we complain about him because he does nothing but like commit errors, but that doesn't matter on fantasy baseball. You know, just
it doesn't.
Guys hit 7 home runs since the All-Star break. Yeah.
Doesn't matter at all.
And he had a triple last night. So yeah,
wins are one of the worst stats to draft or trade for a player, especially when it comes to pitchers.
I don't even look at wins. I look at quality starts and
matter.
whip.
I was going to say whip has been a big driving factor for me. McCann, I'm looking at your team, and I think for the first time, you don't have anyone that would help me.
Not anybody I'd give you.
You're not going to give me Rodon.
No.
I'd be interested in maybe taking Peterson off your hands.
Well, who?
Peterson.
What are you gonna give me? Go ahead.
I'm gonna make a trade right here. Let's go.
Sucks. Yeah. What do you got?
I don't know.
I can't research because my device is currently filming us. So you've got me at a.
That's true. Well, what do you need?
I don't know what I need right now.
I'll pull
position.
I'll pull up.
Don't listen to Ryan. You're not. No.
Yeah. No. Don't listen to me. Just the youngest guy in the league, and quite frankly, might be the best one in the league.
Okay.
Get out of here. Are you the youngest? How old?
I am. Yeah.
How old's Jeremy?
Right there. You and Mike are both 34.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How old's Jeremy?
Jeremy's 43.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Yeah, Jeremy's only 10 years older than me, I think.
Even though I got Lindor, which was a great pickup for me, trading Evaldi to you, Jason was. Yeah. It pains me to see how well he's doing.
Yeah. Well, but Evaldi's been hurt too, so that's not been that great for me. But
yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt when I traded him to you.
Yeah. Lindor's been not been great.
What are we doing?
Talking to people.
I don't know who I would give you for him. You want a Red Sox?
Who?
Right. The amount of trades that I offer you and Mike with Red Sox and Astros is funny to me because you guys just don't take them out of principle.
I roster Red Sox. Astros every now and again, but not Red Sox. I've never rostered a Red Sox.
Fair enough. I respect the commitment.
I see nothing.
There's nothing that matches up
currently on your roster that would make any sense, even for me to want to trade you Tatis.
You're talking about Mike? about Chris?
I'm talking about. I was looking at Horton's roster.
I've tried to get Tatis back a bunch, but not gonna happen. That's okay. We gave it a shot.
I got him for the 10th pick of the draft. It's insane.
You remember that we talked really, really seriously early in the year, Ryan, about a Lindor for Tatis trade before the season started.
Oh yeah, we did.
Did you?
got
And then you
we got
traded him to Horton.
Yeah.
that was well after the fact. But yeah, we got
Yeah.
pretty close there before. This was before any games were played. We were just sitting. And
Yeah,
talking.
that's when you were kind of drafting your team and immediately having buyer's remorse.
It was because I had to keep two shortstops. I think that was what it was. My two best
Yeah,
players
that's
were the
what it
same
was.
position.
And I had drafted Bo Bichette, which I knew down the stretch he would figure it out. But
Bichette's been a good player, and I had O'Neal
Solid.
Cruz at shortstop, which he got off to a great start, and has
He's been okay.
He's been
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's
But
been great.
When you had Ellie De La Cruz and Lindor, I'm like, I got to get one of those guys.
Well, I didn't need both of them. I mean, it didn't make sense to have both of them.
Right.
When I had needs in other places, like pitching. And Evaldi has been very good.
He has been very good. Very good. All right. I'm going to give you 3 trade deadline rentals over the last 20 years from Major League Baseball, and I want you to rate them 1 out of 3. Okay? So we've got Max Scherzer going to the Dodgers in 2021. They actually got Scherzer and Trey Turner for Keibert Ruiz, Josiah Gray, and 2 other players that you would never have heard of.
oh gosh, that worked out well for them.
Yeah, Scherzer was 7-0 with a 1.98 ERA in 11 games started. Pretty good. Andy Ramirez to the Dodgers in 2008 was part of a 3-way trade with the Red Sox and the Pirates. The Dodgers traded Andy LaRoche and Brian Morris for Ramirez. He hit .396, 17 home runs, and 53 RBIs in 53 games. Pretty good.
Man, I miss those batting averages.
Yeah, for
me
real.
too.
And then
That'd be
we've
great.
got CC Sabathia to the Brewers. Cleveland traded Sabathia for Michael Brantley, Matt Laporta, and 2 other players. CC went 11-2 with a 1.65 ERA, 3 shutouts in 17 games pitched.
And he nearly
Give me
single-handedly put them into the playoffs that year. And
Right.
more or less started the run that they're on now. I mean, look at it for what it is.
When was that?
that was 2008, same
8.
year as the Ramirez trade.
Yeah,
I don't have to think about it. It would, for me, it'd be Scherzer. Number 1 is CC.
he's gonna put the chode last. He's just so biased. It's gonna be
CC.
last.
CC's first. Yeah, you're right. CC, then Scherzer, and then Manny. And I say CC
I
because
would put-
if you remember, and I'm going to give you my reasoning. If you remember, he pitched 3 starts, 3 complete games, or 2
Mhm.
complete games, and one of them was a shutout, and one of them he went, I think, into the 8th inning on 3 days rest, 3 straight games on 3 days rest, and pitched them into the playoffs. And it was a close battle to get them in.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
It was legendary, is what it was. It was one of those things like it's his. He was great with the Yankees, but it's his Hall of Fame calling card. That
For sure.
Yeah.
I would put CC
Yeah.
first as well. I would have the same order as you, McCann. And the only reason that I'd put the Scherzer over the Manny Ramirez trade is they also got Trey Turner. I mean, that's
yeah,
the fact that they got both of those guys in that trade was just unbelievable. I'm like, what was the Nationals front office thinking when that happened? I don't know. Those numbers for Manny Ramirez is unbelievable, which is why it's hard for me to do that. But
yeah, but I mean, Josiah Gray was a decent pitcher, but not great ever. Everybody else that you mentioned in any of those trades was fodder for.
It just didn't make. It doesn't make sense why it would. But I guess at that point in time, hadn't they just come off did they just come off the World Series?
The Red Sox?
Washington?
The Nats won in 2019.
The Nats.
So this is 2 years later.
Oh, the Nats trade was 2021. So they had
2 years after.
Okay, so
2 years.
2 years after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years removed from that. So I mean,
and that was prior to
probably
Harper leaving as well.
yeah, they were probably just trying to retool.
I mean,
But,
and it's
yeah,
they've made some good trades like that too. You got to give them the Nationals credit. They have a whole team that was based off of a couple of that Soto trade. I mean, for crying out loud,
sure,
James Woods and Abrams and that whole gang. Yeah, that's a very good team, a very good young team that has a lot of possibilities moving forward.
Wood
off
is
that
going to
one
be
trade.
really good for a long time.
Oh yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's slumping really bad right now. So if you want to try to get him, I'd go try to get him right now from John. That man struck.
I got to
out
be honest, my
40
outfield
times.
is, yeah, my outfield is pretty
I'd
set.
take James Wood. I'd take James Wood the next 5 years over about anybody in the outfield.
Yeah, not John.
There's
JD's
probably like
gonna,
there's probably like one or two players that I wouldn't take.
and here's the thing: JD's not going to trade him. He's going to keep him. And
He will
and
trade
He
him.
should keep him.
I've already talked to him about it. He will trade him.
maybe he will.
Oh,
He also
Lord.
traded Julio J-Rod a few years ago, so he regretted that.
I know, and he dropped PCA.
He's a little gun shy.
So
And he's a Cub fan. That one has to hurt him real bad.
that one stinks. That one stinks
Hey,
for me.
I didn't
Mike
keep
has-
Aaron Judge to keep Tatis and Arenado a few years ago, and Judge kept getting hurt. So I mean, we don't always, and sometimes you get rid of the guys you're homers because sometimes you're your bias to guys that like. I dropped McMahon today because he's a Yankee. I didn't keep him.
Yep.
So
I have not kept Tatis twice now. Now last year was kind of tough because Vlad had the best season of his career.
I only dropped Tatis when he got the PED suspension. That was it.
Oh, I
That's the
know.
only reason
I traded for him right after that happened. I'm like, I'm just gonna stock. I wasn't gonna win that year anyway, so I'm
No,
like,
you
I'm
were
just
done.
gonna stock him and use him as my keeper. This year, I'm gonna have a tough call. I've got many keeper level players on that team.
I had a year where I won the league regular season by like 26 games or some nonsense. Had a year that it was just every week I won because I had 7 people that would be considered keepers. I had Machado, I had Judge, I had Arenado. Like just kept listing off these guys that I had that one year, and pitchers too. And I had to make that choice because I lost in the semis. Like had a bad week and lost in the semis. And the best team I've probably ever put together, and it happens. So this year I don't have much to choose from.
It does.
I will be keeping Ellie.
Yep.
Secret's out of the bag right now.
I mean, it's a good call.
Yeah,
It's a good call.
he's decent.
Good
He's
call.
decent.
It'll work for you. It'll work for you. Okay, I guess I need to pick,
Well-
but I'm gonna just say we're gonna be chalk again. We're just gonna say the same things you guys said. That's CC. I mean, what else could I add? And the fact that the Dodgers robbed. How old was Manny when he was traded to the Dodgers?
33.
Okay, so he's on the
32.
back end of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
32,
but
33.
either way, yeah.
When you're on the back end of your career and you hit 396 and
I mean, you just
53
special talent.
RBIs in 53 games.
Well, one of the best right-handed hitters in history. Yeah, he's real good. Yeah.
He was
special.
real good. I hated him.
I hated
Hated
every minute of his career. Yeah.
But
Ugh.
the crazy thing is, like, the CC Sabathia stuff is amazing. Great in Cleveland, great in Milwaukee, great with the Yankees. Like,
He's a Hall of Famer.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
He's
hoss.
real good.
bonafide.
Yeah.
He's a,
And everybody,
he's a-
even Yankee haters, maybe other than the folks in Tampa Bay, Yankee haters like CeCe. It's kind of like he was kind of like David Ortiz in Boston. Everybody liked him whether you liked the Red Sox or not.
Right.
So
not me. Hate him.
okay,
I hate Boston sports and Los Angeles sports so
Hey,
much.
look, I was talking to some friends of mine who talk about how great like a philanthropist that Jason Varitek is during and after his career, and I was like, oh, I hate that guy. I do not like Jason Varitek. I mean, for no good reason other than the fact that he's Dustin Pedroia, probably a great guy. I can't stand him. Just,
Yeah,
he can walk off.
What about Johnny? What about Johnny Damon?
Well, he
put on the pinstripes.
he rebuked for his
defected.
yeah, he defected. He made a great
How about-
that play against the Phillies where he stole third base.
How about the
and nobody
Babe?
was over there. Yeah.
How about the Babe? How about the Ruth? Huh?
Well, that
How
was
about Babe Ruth?
there wasn't a rivalry before he came. No, he created the rivalry, right? So, he was the rivalry.
And rated he was the rivalry. Worst trade in Major League history.
Yeah, probably so.
All
100,000.
right. We're going to end on a fun fact. We're going to hit some other stuff, but we're just going to end on celebrating. It's Nolan Ryan Day. 43 years ago today, Nolan Ryan beat the absolute junk out of Robin Ventura. And he made him second guess every choice he ever made with the rest of his life. because for whatever reason, I still don't know.
33, not 43, 33.
I think it was 43.
No. I'm 48. I watched that game.
Oh.
I wouldn't have been watching it at 5 years old.
You would have been a wee little lad.
Yeah, it was
33.
It was, 33 years.
Maybe I made a typo, but
it's okay. I forgive you.
thanks. Either way, I still don't know what Robin Ventura was thinking. Like, Nolan Ryan had a reputation. Why are you going to charge him? Why are you going to do that? Like, he was probably the most feared pitcher since, like, Bob Gibson.
What's the joke that Robin Ventura holds the hit streak record in college baseball, and then also now owns it in Major League Baseball based on how many times he was hit by Nolan Ryan? Yeah,
Times Nolan Ryan. I've watched that clip so many times, and I laugh every time.
Yeah,
I miss that.
Yeah.
I think about some great, like AJ Przinsky and Michael Barrett a couple years ago, just wailing on each other. Why don't they let that happen? They don't even let it happen really in hockey anymore.
The best one that I ever saw was 1998, and it was the Yankees and the Orioles, and that was the one where Darryl Strawberry went
Bautista.
into the Orioles. Yeah, Bautista, and it was incredible. Graham Lloyd, a Yankee that went in. It was incredible. One of the, and I watched it. It was because it was an ESPN game. It was one of those that's like it happened live and in color for half the country that watched baseball.
Yeah,
it was amazing, and it was during a pennant race because both those teams were in it. It was a big game, and I'll never forget that. But yeah, I got to see Ryan pitch and how imposing he was as a Ranger. I went down and I watched him shut out the Yankees one time in Texas. And I tell you what, I would never wouldn't even cross my mind. That man was country strong, old man strong, whatever you want to say. He had all the strongs, and it showed. So
there's a reason he threw a first pitch at 75 years old or whatever it was, and it was 75 miles an hour. Like, he was in his 70s and just threw a laser. Dude is different.
It was fun to watch.
I do remember that Yankees-Orioles brawl, too. You don't hit Tino Martinez.
He's a national treasure.
You just don't. Yeah, one of the greatest Cardinals of all time.
That was before genetically modified corn.
Yes.
It was. It was pretty close. It was pretty close.
He was all natural.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy Nolan Ryan Day, fellas. Hey, good first episode. I like where this is headed. I think we're gonna have some fun here. Any parting words that you guys have?
Go Jays, because I'm hate watching my Yankees right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd be okay if the Jays won another series. I'd be okay with that.
Hey, Dave, my favorite player of all time won a World Series with the Jays, and that's
I want the Jays to win the World Series in Montreal as the Expos. Can we get them to switch and just say, "Hey, we're going to do this for Montreal"?
I will tweet Manfred and see what he says.
All right, guys, I'm going to head out.
All right, guys, have a good one.